What's going on, everybody? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel here. And guys, we went 4-1-2 in the NHL and 2-0 in the NBA. So we had a good day in both sports. We went undefeated in the NBA, but there was only 2 games in the NBA, so not really an accomplishment, really. We just got 2 games right because there was 2 games today. And let's move on to tomorrow's games. The Coyotes are going to Vegas to face the Golden Knights. The Coyotes come in at 1-1-1, and the Golden Knights come in at a perfect 3-0-0. The last game for these two teams, they played last time, and the Golden Knights won 4-2. The likely starters for this game is Darcy Kempfer for the Arizona Coyotes and Robin Lehner for the Vegas Golden Knights. So the same starters from last game, and the Golden Knights are favored in this one. Give me the Golden Knights to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Edmonton Oilers going to Toronto to face the Maple Leafs. The Oilers come in at 1-3-0, a rough start for the Oilers, and the Maple Leafs come in at 3-1-0, the opposite of the Oilers here. The last game for Edmonton, they lost 3-1 to the Montreal Canadiens, and the last game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they won 3-1 against the Winnipeg Jets. And the likely starters for this game is Mikko Koskinen for the Edmonton Oilers and Frederik Andersen for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are favored in this one. Give me the Maple Leafs to win this game at home. Next up, we have the San Jose Sharks going to St. Louis to face the Blues. This is a really good game right here. And the last game for these two teams, they played last time, and the Blues won in a not in a shootout, but like a shootout, 5-4. It wasn't a shootout, but it was a shootout. It was a lot of goals scored. Blues won 5-4. And the likely starters for this game is Devin Dubnyk for the San Jose Sharks and Jordan Binnington for the St. Louis Blues. The Sharks come in at 1-2-0, and the Blues come in at 2-1-0, and the Blues are a favorite in this one. This one could go either way. This was like a toss-up for me, and I chose to go with the home team here. Give me the Blues to win this game at home. I am taking the Blues, but that one could go either way because the Blues usually suck in their second game of the series. So, just like they won the first game to the Avalanche 4-1, and then they lost 8-0. Like, what? Yeah, so this one's a toss-up. I'm giving it to the Blues here. Give me the Blues at home. Next up, we have the Minnesota Wild going to the Anaheim Ducks here. The Wild come in at 2-1-0, and the Ducks come in at 1-1-1, which means they won a game, they lost the game in regulation, and they lost the game in overtime. And the last time these two teams met, the Ducks actually won it 1-0. It was a shutout for John Gibson. If John Gibson plays the same in this matchup, the Ducks could win another one. The likely starters for this game is Cam Talbot for the Minnesota Wild and John Gibson for the Anaheim Ducks. Like I said, if John Gibson plays on his game like he did in the last game, the Ducks can win another one here. And the Minnesota Wild are favored in this one. Give me the Wild to bounce back and beat the Ducks here on the road in Anaheim. And the final matchup of the day in the NHL, we have the Canadiens going to Vancouver to face the Canucks. The last game for Montreal, they won 3-1 versus the Oilers, and the last game for the Canucks, they lost a 5-2 game versus the Calgary Flames. The likely starters for this game is Carey Price for the Montreal Canadiens and Braden Holtby for the Vancouver Canucks. And the Montreal Canadiens are favored in this one. The Montreal Canadiens come in at 2-0-1, and the Canucks come in at 1-3-0. A bad start for the Canucks here. And the Montreal Canadiens are favored in this one. Give me the Canadiens to win this game on the road in Vancouver. And that does it for the NHL. Let's move on to the NBA. The Nets are going to Cleveland to face the Cavaliers. The Nets come in at 9-6, and the Cavaliers come in at 6-7. And the Brooklyn Nets are a 9.5-point favorite in this one. Give me the Nets in a money line, but give me the Cavaliers plus 9.5. I think the Cavaliers will keep it closer than 9.5. I think they will keep it closer. So give me the Nets in a money line, but give me the Cavaliers plus 9.5. Next up, we have the Mavericks going to Indiana to face the Pacers. The Mavericks come in at 6-7, and the Pacers come in at 8-5. And the Indiana Pacers are a 1-point favorite in this one. Give me the Pacers to win this game at home. Next up, we have the Boston Celtics going to Philadelphia to face the 76ers. This is a really good game right here. The Celtics come in at 8-4, and the 76ers come in at 9-5. And the 76ers are a 5.5-point favorite in this one. But give me upset. Give me the Celtics to win this game on the road in Philadelphia. Next up, we have the Detroit Pistons going to Atlanta to face the Hawks. The Detroit Pistons come in at 3-10, and the Hawks come in at 6-7. And the Atlanta Hawks are a 5.5-point favorite in this one. Give me the Hawks in a money line, but give me the Pistons plus 5.5. I think the Pistons will keep it closer than 5.5 here. So give me the Hawks in a money line, but give me the Pistons plus 5.5. Next up, we have the Miami Heat going to Tampa Bay to face the Raptors. The Heat come in at 5-7, and the Raptors come in at 5-8. And the Raptors are favored in this one by 4 points, but give me upset. Give me the Heat to win this game on the road in Tampa Bay. Next up, we have the Orlando Magic going to Minnesota to face the Timberwolves. The Magic come in at 6-8, and the Timberwolves come in at 3-9. The Orlando Magic are a 4-point favorite in this one. I think the Magic will win this one easily. Give me the Magic to win this game on the road in Minnesota. Next up, we have the Phoenix Suns going to Houston to face the Rockets. The Suns come in at 7-5, and the Rockets come in at 4-8. And the Phoenix Suns are a 5.5-point favorite in this one. Give me the Suns in this one on the road in Houston. Next up, we have the San Antonio Spurs going to Golden State to face the Warriors. This is a really good game right here. The Spurs come in at 8-6, and the Warriors come in at 7-6. And the Golden State Warriors are a 1.5-point favorite in this one, but give me upset. Give me the Spurs to win this game on the road in Golden State. Next up, we have the Sacramento Kings going to Los Angeles to face the Clippers. The Kings come in at 5-9, and the Clippers come in at 10-4. And the Clippers are a 10.5-point favorite in this one. Give me the Clippers in a money line, but give me the Kings plus 10.5. I think the Kings will keep it closer than 10.5. I think this game will be won by the Clippers, though. Give me the Clippers to win this game at home. And the final matchup of the day, we have the Memphis Grizzlies going to Portland to face the Trailblazers. The Grizzlies come in at 7-6, and the Trailblazers come in at 8-6. And the Portland Trailblazers are a 1.5-point favorite in this one. Give me the Trailblazers in this one to win this game at home. And that does it for today's picks for tomorrow's games. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit me the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.